Hello, basketball fans. Another week has passed. We are down to 5 weeks left of the regular season. And of course, the ultimate goal is the Larry O'Brien Trophy. And there's still 30 teams trying to get that. Of course, only a few have a realistic chance of getting it. So, the playoff picture it's getting quite interesting. With 35 days left of the season, counting today, let's take a look at how things stand. Of course, here's in the Eastern Conference, the Detroit Pistons. They're kind of struggling a little bit, but they're still number one in the conference at 45 and 18. The Boston Celtics are number two at 43 and 21, and they just got Jason Tatum back for the first time this season. At number three, it's the Knicks at 41 and 24. The 39 and 25 Cleveland Cavaliers are at number four, and at number five, it's the Raptors at 36 and 27. But we have a bit of a shift in the Eastern Conference. The Orlando Magic are now in the top six. They have the number six spot at 35 and 28. They're in first place in that Southeast Division, which is kind of bad, but they're now moved up to a playoff position because this is the 6 year of the format that allows the top six in each conference to automatically get playoff bids. As for the play-in picture, the Miami Heat at 36 and 29 stand at number seven. But the 76ers took a dip. They were in the top six last week. Now they're down to number eight, which is a play-in position at 34 and 29. The Atlanta Hawks at 33 and 31 are number nine, and the Charlotte Hornets are at number 10 at 32 and 33. And of course, they have a big lead over number 11, the Milwaukee Bucks. Of course, they're my poor Bulls at number 12, and of course, the next three are going to be eliminated within the next week. so, so yeah, that's the Eastern Conference picture, and it's pretty interesting. As for the Western Conference, the defending champions, Oklahoma City Thunder, are still number one. They were the first team to reach 50 wins this year. Uh, right behind the Thunder, the San Antonio Spurs. A bit more on them later at 47 and 14 at number two, and the log jam remains between 3 and 6, so probably 3 and 7. The Timberwolves hold the number three spot at 40 and 24. A half game behind them is the Houston Rockets at number four at 39 and 24, and a half game behind them you have the Lakers and the Nuggets both tied at 39-25, but the Lakers have a better conference record that puts them at five and the Nuggets at six. And that's the playoff. That's the playoff side. The play-in picture, the Phoenix Suns at 37-27. They are not that far behind the Lakers and the Nuggets. Certain things can happen. Remember, Orlando moved up from 8 to 6, and of course, you have the Warriors at 8, the Clippers at 9, and the Trailblazers at 10, rounding out the play-in picture in the West. I did mention the Spurs, and this was from March 5th. They played against the Detroit Pistons in what many said was a finals rematch, finals preview. Though they did beat in the finals in 2005, but it's a finals preview considering how well the teams are doing. But the Spurs defeated the Pistons soundly, 121 to 106. And with that victory, the Spurs are officially going to the postseason. They can finish no lower than 10th in the conference. This is the Spurs' first postseason appearance in any form since 2019. And 2019 was their last year of a 22-year playoff streak, which came to an end in 2020 where they didn't qualify at all. Of course, that was the when COVID affected the NBA and among other things, and the NBA had to play in the bubbles. But it had been a long drought for them. They hadn't made the playoffs at all during this decade. But well, technically they're not in the playoffs, but they're going to be playing more than 82 games. They can finish no worse than 10th in the conference, meaning if they take a big nosedive, which they won't, they'll end up in the play-in. But they're going to be a playoff. They're going to be a playoff team. They're a few wins away from locking a playoff spot. But again, the Spurs will be playing postseason basketball this year for the first time since 2019. And as I said before, that is the ultimate goal, the Larry O'Brien Trophy. And we will see who will end up winning that thing come June. So that is my recap of the past week in the NBA and a look at the playoff picture with 5 weeks left of the season, 5 weeks even. If you like this video, click the like button. If you're on YouTube, click subscribe if you want more. If you're on TikTok and Instagram, feel free to hit that follow button. And the link above, that's my story about the NBA playoff picture. Check it out when you can. And when it comes to the NBA, same time next week.